gonna bang. I almost made it. So I'm not sure if this live stream saves and posts to my channel. So we're gonna find out. I just got the live feature. Hi! I just got the live feature just the other day. So I am testing it out while I'm floating in my pond, in my kayak. It's such a pretty day. Can you have my number? I'll give you my angel numbers. My favorite number. I can't share my phone number with you, sorry. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram. What else am I on? I'm on Facebook, but I don't really post much on my Facebook. I feel like a kid out of my kayak. It's really good for the inner child. I'm cool with furries. I don't know any personally. I don't think. I have some friends that are into cosplay, but I don't think I know anybody that's a full-on furry. But I respect it. Whatever floats your boat, so to speak. How are you all doing today for a Monday evening?
I love you.
I love you, baby.
Keys are right here in the door.
Okie dokie.
Generator's full if you need it.
Okay.
Good to go. I got my phone on me.
All right, be careful. I don't have any fish in this pond. I have tadpoles. I have a shitload of tadpoles. A couple weeks ago, because I love hearing the frogs, and I heard a lot of frogs. I came out here, I'm not even kidding you. There were like 200 frogs lining my pond. Here, let me show you my pond. It's not very big. So that's the edge. And that's the other edge. So it's not really all that big. But there were so many frogs. And now there's going to be even more. But we have a lot of rivers and lakes around us that people go fishing in, so. Sorry, the lawnmower is kind of loud. Do you like to fish? I'm more of a hunter than a fisherman, or fisherwoman, fisher of men. But I appreciate you guys popping in and saying hello. Like I said, this is the first live stream that I've done, and so I wasn't really sure if anybody was gonna see it. But I thought I would get on and give it a test. I'm good. It is a beautiful day. We've had so much rain the last couple of weeks, and we've had some sunshine the last couple of days, and it's supposed to start raining again tomorrow for like 5 days. So when we got home from town, I said, I'm gonna go get in my boat. How are you doing? How was your day? How was your weekend? I'm really learning to just embrace moments like this, you know? It's kind of one of the cool things about being an adult is that we can do stuff like this. And whenever I want, for however long I want. Hey, it's awesome that you guys are getting rain though. Do you guys get a lot of rain in Pakistan? I feel like some of those areas don't get very much. And so it's always a blessing when it rains, but it's probably causes a lot of flooding. If I could be wrong. But. And I'm working on building my YouTube channel as well as my TikTok. I don't really do anything very exciting. I am from Arkansas in America, if you can't tell by the way that I sound. I think I sound normal, but when I go back and watch videos of myself talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I sound so Southern. And I live off-grid in the Ozark Mountains, and I love it. We do not have running water. We do not have electricity. We have a generator that operates our power. And at the moment, we live in a small camper. We are working on making a spot to get a little a Dirksen building to turn into a tiny home. So that's the goal. My kayak doesn't have a backrest, so I get tired. Well, thank you for, first of all, thank you for joining my live. Like I said, I wasn't sure anybody was going to join. And if you like spirituality and personal growth, off-grid homesteading stuff, outdoorsy stuff, then give me a follow. I don't care about becoming an influencer or getting popular or having all that many. My biggest goal on YouTube was to get 50 subscribers so that way I could live stream. And even then, it's not that big of a deal if a lot of people don't watch. But I begin to feel a little secluded out here, and I like sharing my adventures with people. So if I can just, share our life experiences with people, and if you get inspired by it, and then awesome. If you learn something, then awesome. If you just want somebody to chat with and see how your day is going, then awesome. I like making friends. And if I don't know if I should make a schedule of different things I should live stream, because I do different things. I do crafty things, I do outdoorsy things, like I shoot guns, I build stuff outside, I do a garden, and then I do spiritual things and herbal medicine. Then sometimes I just live a lazy hippie life and walk out in the woods and listen to the birds sing. But I feel like everyone has an experience and a perspective to share in life, and this is mine. I mean, listen, do you hear that? That's peace. No sirens, no trains, no planes. Oh, you're good. Your English is good, honestly. Or for writing, anyways. Are you too good? You're fine. But I figure if I get a little bit of a audience and something interesting to share, then I'm going to start live streaming on a regular basis. Share my little piece of paradise. Because I love this. Look at this guy. And then it's just green. I don't do well in the city. Or even in small towns. Like, I get overstimulated by all of the people. It's hard being a social person these days because people are just crazy. And I have a hard time connecting with new people. And so rather than going out and doing things, I tend to become a hermit. If we are basing our wealth on finances, on money, I guess you'd probably consider me poor as well. It's really a blessing that we are able to be out here where we are and share this property with a couple of people that we do. We live very modestly. Like I said, I don't go out a whole lot and do much. This is my idea of fun. I don't really spend money on, I like dresses. I go to the thrift store and the bargain store. I'm not very high maintenance at all. I would rather spend money on plants than makeup. If you can't, I'm not wearing any. I never wear makeup, and I don't use filters. So what you see is truly what you get with me. So no mystery. You're not going to get on YouTube one day and see a new video of me not wearing any makeup and be like, who's that? That looks like a different person. Because I always look like this. And some days I look better, but I would rather live like this with no money and have dirty feet than have financial wealth and not have the peace that I have. I've done so much healing out here and personal growth and learning since I'm not always, worried about what's going on with the neighbor or having to do this for I do a lot for other people, but it's quiet and it's slow out here, so I can kind of heal on my own time and figure out where I'm going in life. Hey man, thanks for being here. You guys have made my day. Sorry, little spider. You guys have made my day for being on my live for the afternoon, or for the evening rather. It's almost 6 o'clock. I didn't expect anybody to get on. I told myself I'll give it 5 to 10 minutes, and if no one sees me, then I will just call it a day. And you guys showed up. So thank you. And if you like the chat and just hanging out, I'm not, like, there might be some days where I have specific things that I want to do or say, but I think everybody in life just genuinely needs a good conversation. I don't feel like people converse and talk with each other anymore like people used to, you know what I mean? And partly because of this right here, social media. People are so absorbed in what they're doing on their phone or what is good or bad for them in the moment that they just don't take the time to meet new people or make new connections or, you know, even connect with friends, you know, people that they know, because everyone's always busy with something or they would rather stay at home and play on their phone. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Because I stay home and I'm playing on my phone. But I'm trying to use modern society's idea of communication. Thank you so much. I hope you guys get some good rain still. Hope it's good for the land. And I hope you have a great week. Today's Monday. It's just now starting. I found a ball in the water. I was talking to my dogs. I have dogs. I was listening to some of my favorite music this morning, which is the 60s. Some of the best music ever is the 50s, 60s, and 70s, okay? Can't argue with me. And the song by the Temptations, My Girl, there's a part in there that I love. I don't need no riches, fortune, or fame. I've got all the money one man can claim. And he's talking about his girl. His, you know, he finds his wealth and his happiness in the woman that he loves. And when I'm out here in the outdoors, in my pond, in the woods, in the creek, I feel that way. I don't need fortune. I don't need fame. I don't need a lot of followers. I've got my pond. I've got my trees. I've got my dogs. I've got my man. And this right here, this life that I'm living, even people that are wealthy wish that they had this life or the ability to have this kind of peace, you know? And this is attainable for everyone. It really is, like, but it's just choices, things that you choose, things that you do or don't do, things that you buy or you don't buy. But yeah. This is the most quiet that it's been out here in a little while. I'm surrounded by other farms. So really, like, the most noise that we get out here is when everybody's running their farm equipment and generators, you know. But nobody's doing that right now. It's nice. I'll be your best friend forever. You gotta follow my channel so that way you can get notifications when I go live again. I think that's how it should work. I've been on YouTube, like, you know, just using YouTube since I was a kid. But I'm just now starting to build my own channel. So I'm not really sure how it all works. But if you subscribe to my channel, then when I go live again or post a new video, you should get a notification if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Louis? You hear my rooster? He's talking to me. He's probably telling me it's time for dinner. Did you hear that? A weird bird. My family's pretty great. I live here with my fiance. He was born and raised here in this small town in Arkansas. But I've only lived up here with him for a couple of years. My mom and my dad and my brothers, they all live anywhere from 2 to 5 hours away from me. So I don't get to see them as much as I would like, but everyone's living their own life. I'm very different than the rest of my family. Let me just put it that way. I call myself, I'm the green sheep of the family. I'm the hippie. Even though I grew up as a country kid wearing cowboy hats and blue jeans, I would much rather be walking around barefooted, talking to the animals, listening to my oldies music. I'm not really sure how or why that personality came about, because no one else in my family is really like this. But I guess maybe my past lives, perhaps, or maybe it's just the way the universe was bringing me. I'm very weird to my family, pretty much, but everyone's really supportive. They have wealth in their own way. You know, my brothers are pretty well off. They're very successful in their jobs and their businesses, and they have their own beautiful families, the kids and whatnot. But they live in the city and they're always busy. And I live in the woods, electricity, but I have my own schedule. And they support how I live and what I do. I was really blessed, honestly, to have the family that I have. I was raised Christian. I grew up in Pentecostal church, going to church 3 times a week, Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday. And if it was revival, we were going to church every night for 7 days in a row. And I loved it. That was my life. You know, it's how I lived, it's how I breathed, it's how I believed. I was so passionate and dedicated, actually, to the point that I was a minister, and I went around preaching at different churches and youth groups, and I've even got to do a little bit of mission work on the reservations, on a couple reservations in the Southwest. Love it out there. Absolutely love it out there. I have some friends on the Navajo reservation in Monument Valley that are like second family to me. They're really good people. And I'm not sure if I just connect with them so much because I just love people, or if it's my own native blood. I'm Choctaw. I don't look it until you see my jaw from the side. I don't really look it, but I am. Born and raised Choctaw Nation. Born in the Indian hospital. Got my card and everything. Choctaw Nation sends me a Christmas ornament every year. I do miss going to the powwows. I went to a lot of them when I was a kid. I was really involved in the tribal events in my area when I was growing up. But being in Arkansas, there's not a whole lot around there. I think your language is very beautiful. Sada Salamat Rahe? I probably butchered that. But yes, always a good time with my family. Always extremely happy when I get to see them again. I don't have any kids of my own, but I have lots of nieces and nephews, and I adore the absolute shit out of them. So yeah. So if I start live streaming on a regular basis, what should I do? Should I just do this, where I'm just hanging out, you know, floating, smoking, hanging out, chatting? You know, just have a little community chat, talk about our days, talk about our life and how we are growing and how we're doing. Or should I have craft sessions? Should I do gun reviews? I love my guns. I love my guns. I'm a pretty decent shot. Not to brag or anything. I'm not perfect, but I'm not too shabby. I got some pretty cool guns too. I learned a new term recently. A green neck. Instead of a redneck. People that are hippies but still like redneck tendencies are called greennecks. Rory! Hey! Come here! You stay here! Patasi! Patasi! Okay, hold on. We have company unexpectedly, so thank you guys for joining me. Follow my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love yourself today.